Stadium here in Glendale. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New England Patriots and the Arizona Cardinals. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Wait, 20! Hey, we gotta get this stop here, D. Wait, 66! Regular!
Sony Michel, his first carry. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. They're certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14.
Hey, 66!
Shotgun now for Brady. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And his first carry, he loses the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
A first carry for Kenyon Drake. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. And when you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's get off the field, team.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Let's get it together.
39-yard line.
22. Check. Down. Zoom. 50. Go. Right there in the middle. 55. Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
2nd down, Murray sets to throw. This one caught by Isabella. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 12-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there, perfectly executed. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kalen Ballage, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Wait, 20. He's coming. Heavy on the edges. Check safety. Shadow. Switch. Check hot route. Hot. Shadow. Smooth. 72.
Brady now on 1st down. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Keeping it on the ground on first, Michelle. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Wait, set. Wide, 80. 72. Double time. Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down. Alpha.
From the gun, it's Brady. Flush to his right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
26-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Brady, a quick throw out to Edelman. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Hey, Wood. Mike, 58, right there. Get him. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. It's our time, guys.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. And able to find Dorsett. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there?
Yeah.
Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing? He was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Sony Michel, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. Jonathan Jones there to make the stop.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Dante Hightower on the stop.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it, though. They'll run with Drake. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll set them. Cliff Kingsbury, part of that new breed of head coaches, and his guys are going to go for it.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Here we go, D. Here I come again.
They're going for it. It's Murray. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Duron Harmon. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
40's the mark. Squeeze. You got to get the ball, D. Go bandit. Shoot.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And that'll be incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things.
Check 50. Check 50. Quick dash. 72.
On second down, Michelle trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. New England on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go. Hey, Alabama.
From the gun, Brady. He's going to wind up and air it out. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Drake will start the drive on the ground. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
No. Check that. We want Mike 52 right here.
Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. That's going to be caught by Kirk. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. A very solid gain of 27. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that... go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Patriots' 20-yard line.
Ready. Pittsburgh. No chance.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go. 50 set. 2 times.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't. Need to, right? I mean, the plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, he creates a penalty.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal.
Check.
That ball complete to Isabella. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Andy Isabella, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Here's Bryant for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. On 2nd down now. Michelle, and he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
My 40. It's been a long day for you.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
At their own 34-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
A 44-yard attempt.
And Bryant's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Gets past one man. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
26-yard line.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Throw left side, complete to Isabella. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. And defensively going with a dime set, 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this will pin him nicely inside the 20. It's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line.
At their own 14-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes in.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Byron Murphy. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now a handoff looking right. They find some open field here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kalen Ballage with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Throwing on first down is Murray. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Andy Isabella was the intended target. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Hey, 166.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Mike 40, Mike 40. Blue down, blue down. Mike 40, Mike 40. Exit, exit. 40's Mike, 40's the Mike.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
I smell fear in that offense. 53's in now. Check 25, check 25. Check 25.
Brady gives to Michelle. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Brady. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's bring it.
Play action. Now it's Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Like the footwork back there, and I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. Murray with a 3rd and long. That's taken in by the tight end Perkins. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one goes for 24 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Murray now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Murray. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long.
Watch the run. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. Yo, 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 yo.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray. And that is incomplete. Deron Harmon right there on the coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
4 down, check. 4 down.
12-50. Hey, second.
And it's Michelle once again. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Bud.
Mike, 58, right there.
Operating from the gun. Brady. He hits White, complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one good for 13 and a New England 1st down.
1st down, Patriots.
Wait, 20.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Wait, 29. Alpha.
Watch the pass.
No, 60.
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Jadeveon Clowney picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Brady. Looking deep downfield. And got his man complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 33 yards that time. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
They stay on the ground with White. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Wait, 20.
Yeah. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Kill. Check it.
Hey, turn it up.
Regular.
On 1st down, Michelle. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Switch.
Alert.
2nd and 7.
Kill.
Again, it's Michelle. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 11 yards there, first down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Recon, 132 fighter. Alpha.
Trying to pound it in here with Michelle. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. Second and goal from the 1.
Second and goal.
Rip.
And they will run it with Michelle. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That second down play nets a -4. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? Here's Brady. And it's caught. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal. They'll run for it. This is White. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. James White, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Second and 10 now from the 27. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Check 13. Check 13.
Again, it's Balaj. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. to throw. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points mean this is now a 2-score game.
And 2 doesn't seem like much, does it? But it means everything in this situation because now they're going to have to look back, and ultimately that might be the play that ends up deciding this game.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. First down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back, but 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, not a big gain with that play, but what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.